David Lazofsky of Walklight Media, and I wanted to ask you, do you think banner ads are still effective?
That's an interesting question. I know there's a lot of debate about the effectiveness of them, and I've seen studies that actually show a lot of recall. But what I can really say is the most effective part of it is that people see a banner ad in their everyday browsing behavior, and then they're going to come back and search because, myself, and I'm probably the worst person to show an ad to because to me it does become white noise. But still, at the end of the day, I probably see 3 to 5 campaigns a week that I come back, I search, I find out more information, I take a deeper dive, and sometimes I even become a lead, which is truly rare for me.
I'm here with Heather Wetzler from DeviantArt, and I wanted to ask you, will marketers' interest in social buying continue to grow as it has over the past year, or the last 12 months, or should we expect a decline moving forward?
I think it's definitely going to continue to grow, and a couple of reasons for that. I think one of them is that there's still marketers that are still just warming up to social media, and I notice a lot of marketers are starting to do social media, but they're not always involved in the conversation. So they throw this huge party, they form a group or they do something, but they don't always show up for their own party. So I think as the year goes on, in the next couple of 5 years, I think it's going to grow into a much bigger industry, because I think marketers are going to start to feel more comfortable doing it, and they're actually going to get more involved and get their PR companies and everyone else a lot more involved.
What do you feel is the biggest challenge facing digital agencies today?
Well, it's hard to pick just one. There's a lot of challenges today. I think the biggest thing we're faced with is really the difference between planning and technical skills. And so I've got a lot of people who know how to do planning, and then I have a bunch of people who know technology, and they're really coming together with DSPs, the trading desks, what we do in Google search. All those things are coming together, and it's a real challenge to try and find the people who can cross that gap and put it together. And so I think the big challenge will be how we define the agencies next year and how we start to realign the roles in those different areas.
What do you feel is the biggest challenge facing digital agencies today?
Thank you, Lucia. I think that agencies are challenged. In the last few years, we've had this confluence of events. Technology has allowed us to measure our campaigns and see what's working for the first time ever. Like this notion that I don't know which half of my advertising budget is a waste of money. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. That, coupled with the financial crisis that we've faced over the last few years, has created this relentless focus on ROI. But the truth of the matter is that ROI is important, measuring what we do is important, being accountable is important, but breakthrough ideas don't fit onto a spreadsheet. They are not creative is still so important to brands, and we're going to have to figure out how do we justify the expense and investment and accountability for how we create breakthrough ideas and at the same time continue to perform and be accountable for the work that we do. And I think that's a challenge that everyone in this industry is facing. It's definitely something we're talking about here at the event, and has been a persistent theme. So I think that's something I'm looking forward to tackling myself in 2011.